My philosophy in life, and certainly in criminal defense, is that nothing happens in a vacuum. I'm not so concerned with that moment that creates an accusation or an alleged crime. There's so much more to any individual, to any person, than who they were just in one particular second of time. I'm Molly Parmer. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. I own my own law firm in Atlanta, where I focus on high-stakes criminal cases, mostly in federal court. I went to law school at Parmer Law, where I was a Woodruff Fellow, so I got a full tuition scholarship, graduated with honors, and became a public defender in DeKalb County. And then soon after that, I became a federal defender. So I defended federal cases in the Northern District of Georgia for 5 years before opening my firm. I had arguably a very non-traditional childhood. And in some ways, I would say it was difficult. And I think part of the struggle aspect, part of the difficulty stems from growing up in poverty. And at the same time, my parents chose that lifestyle. They wanted to do art. That was more important to them than working for somebody or making money. But my parents came to raise their kids that way because they were, back in the late 60s, real deal, radical hippies. My dad is Skip Williamson, and he was an underground cartoonist from the late 1960s. He illustrated Abby Hoffman's Steal This Book. He was in the riots in the 1968 Democratic Convention. My dad also was incredibly anti-authoritarian. His slogan in his art was "Smash the state." He had that tattooed on his arm. I think given my background and what I was shown about the world in terms of those that are often forgotten or marginalized, I knew from a very young age that what I wanted to do was help those people. And my first job was teaching special education in Title I schools. And I taught students with behavior disorders. I taught kids that, for the most part, society thought were badly behaved. And I did that for 5 years. And I think that that led me very naturally into being a really good public defender. As a criminal defense lawyer, I defend rights. I protect liberty. That's what I'm concerned about. And so ultimately, I don't necessarily care what my clients allegedly did, or even if they actually did what they're alleged to have done. I care about their rights, because our Constitution says that no matter what you've done, no matter how harrowing an act you're criminally charged with, you still have a series of rights laid out in our Constitution that are worthy of protecting and defending at every single turn. Look, I don't even call it a criminal justice system. I call it a criminal legal system. I don't think there's justice really to be found in our criminal system. I believe that our system is designed to work and function exactly as it is currently working and functioning. And that's often to keep marginalized populations at bay. It's a lot more about control. It's a lot more about keeping certain segments of society less free. That's what it's about. And the role of a criminal defense attorney is so crucial, to be that one and only check on the system, to stand beside the accused and say, if you want to get to this person, you're going to come through me. I'm on the executive board of the Georgia Innocence Project, and I've worked with that organization for about 10 years now. And studies estimate that between 3 to 5% of all people incarcerated in our country are innocent, are actually innocent. The loss of liberty, to be denied your freedom, is too significant and too important to not make sure that everyone involved in the system is doing their job. I'm a trial lawyer. I know that I can make a difference for an individual that I represent, one individual at a time.